Okay, we are back, as promised. We're back on Forest Service Road 100, and we're going to see if the gates are open. I've been on this road a couple times. It's not really super technical or, anything like that. But the last time I was on here, it was in March, and the gates were still closed. I managed to get by them, but let's just say it was sort of an exercise. Oh, that gate's always shut. It was a little struggle on the other end, because I had to fit the bike through like 2 big rocks. I mean, it was doable, but it wasn't like gate open, come on through, Somebody been shooting their shotgun back here. They leave the shells all over. This road is still damp from all the rain. Now you can go around the long way. There's a long way to go around, and it brings you right out to this road up here past this house. But I've always come this way because it just cuts down on the travel. Comes out here off of this Bradley Road. Like if you went left there, it would go all the way around back to where we just started, where you saw that Florida Service Road 100 sign. Now I think from here on out, I don't think there's any more cabins. I see some tire tracks, so hopefully this road's been open. There was also a downed tree the last time I came through here, but you can get by that fairly easy. It's just the far gate that was a pain. It's doable, so even if it's still locked today, I'll show you what we have to do to get through it. It's sort of a pain in the ass, but it is what it is, Okay, I was mistaken. There's another house there. Looks like there's mailboxes here. So I know there's... Oh, okay. This gate was locked, so I had to go up over that hump. You see that hump that was there? That was locked before. So since that's open and I see fresh car tracks, it means that the other gate should be open as well. So anybody around here, for your information, this gravel road is open for your enjoyment. This is around Blairsville, Hayesville. Yeah, somebody came through here and cleaned up, because the last time there were a lot of limbs down from the winter, So somebody came through here and cleaned things up. I also see some fresh truck tracks or something, so guess the riding season has officially begun. The roads that the gates are closed now are going to probably stay closed for a while. Somebody put some new gravel down, but it's not marbly, so it's nothing really to get concerned about. Now this is more miles of gravel than the last video that we just made over at Helton Creek Falls. I actually thought there was going to be more gravel to play on than there was, but that's why I decided to come here, because I wasn't done playing on gravel today. There's a couple other roads I want to go. I want to go, I think it's called Dick Creek Falls. That's a little bit past Helton Creek Falls, still on 129, but it's going like towards Helen. I want to check out those waterfalls. The only thing with that little trip is you have to double back, because the gravel road that goes to the falls, I don't believe goes out to anywhere. And I like roads that go out somewhere. I don't like to really double back if I don't have to. I mean, sometimes you don't have a choice. Sometimes you don't know. You're just out riding and exploring, and you just want to explore, and you can't really tell from the GPS. Somebody did some road maintenance, because there was a lot of branches before. I just ran them over. It'll be interesting to see if they cut this big tree that went down up here. They would have had to if they brought a truck through here, because a truck wouldn't have been able to get around the tree, where a bike is, a little bit easier. Starting to get shade in here, which is nice. The leaves are about a little bit more than a half out, so not full leaves yet, but they're getting there. So it makes most of these gravel roads are under canopy, which makes it nice for the summer. Don't sweat your marbles off. I saw a lot of street bikes today, but I didn't see too many dual sports. We washed our rims and tires off when we went past Helton Creek Falls, little creek crossings. Nothing serious. This road I've been on a few times. There's nothing as far as creek crossings on this trail. I thought that's where that other big limb was, but I don't see any. Here's some new gravel. Gravelly, 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 marbly, marbly. It's the large gravel. just throws your front wheel around all over, but it's not a big deal. It's actually a perfect temperature today. I have my regular riding coat on, and I'm not sweating or anything. In the summer, I just wear a motocross jersey, but I throw some armor on. There's no houses around here. It's another tree that went down. We're the only ones on this road today. Although every time I've been on this road, I've never really encountered too much traffic, other bikes or cars or jeeps or whatever. I don't think it's a real popular road. Some of this loose dirt on the crown of the road is slippery. It's like snotty mud. When you go to turn the wheel, the bike still wants to go forward. So you don't have a whole lot of good traction on this slimy Georgia mud. But I'm not flying through here, so look at that big mud puddle. You'd get filthy in that. No, thank you. if you give it hard throttle, you're just gonna spin your rear tire. They might have cut that tree down and taken the wood with them, but normally they just throw the wood like over the bank. Because I don't see where that tree was down. I always lose my orientation on this road because I think it's shorter. I always think that the road is shorter than it is. And it's like you go around a bend and you keep on going. So I lose track of all these bends. I think they're calling for more rain tomorrow. It's going to make this slippery as snot. I'd actually rather take loose gravel than slippery, greasy mud. Because with any kind of gravel, you normally have traction even though it throws you around. With that greasy clay stuff, you're at the mercy of what kind of tires you have on and how well they get rid of the mud that gets all caught in the knobs. I can tell part of the road here had a lot of water on it just from the erosion. This will eventually come out on Route 160 or 166, I think it is. Yeah, 166. Here was the other gate that I had to go up. See those rocks there on the side? I had to take the bike up on those rocks. Pain in the ass. That's the other road that you can take. That'll go out to Gumlog. This part of the road is usually maintained because not far up here there's people that actually live off of the road. I'm just glad that that gate was open because, like I said, you have to go up like this little embankment thing and you gotta tug on the bike and get it through those big boulders. I mean, I did it, you know, but it makes you sweat. Because this XR is about, let's see, about 285. Now, when it's loaded with camping gear, it's over 300 pounds. But it's still lighter than a KLR. But, you know, it's no 250 high performance Husky or KTM kind of bike. Let's just say it's as heavy bike as I want to dick around with. I do have respect for guys that are out here on BMW GS 1200s or 1000 V-Stroms or, you know, any bike that's like in the 500, 600 range. It's like, damn. I mean, to me, that will really wear you out if you got to pick that bitch up all the time. I don't want to do it. Or let's just say you should be with some friends that can help you. I think it's a severe handicap if you do a lot of solo riding and if your bike is, you know, real heavy. You know, unless you're 25 and like, you know, big strong boy. That's why if I know I'm going to go on more gnarly stuff, sometimes I'll just take my XT, because that bike, it's almost like riding a trials bike. You know, at 250 pounds, 260 pounds, you can move that bike around relatively easy. Throw it over rocks. I've taken the XT places where I wouldn't really want to voluntarily take Cooper here. Because if you're riding a couple hours, I mean, even this XR will seem heavy if you're, you know, trying to push it uphill or do something like that. It doesn't take you much to get winded, you know? Especially when you're an antique like myself. When I was in California, I used to ride with kids. And I use the term kids, plus, you know, they're 25 to the mid-30s. To me, that's a kid. So they shouldn't be squawking. And I used to get on some of them that would be complaining, you know, oh man, I'm really beat. I said, okay, if you're really beat, what do you think Poppy is? They just laughed. People don't realize that if you do a lot of off-road and you do hard enduro stuff, it's a very physical, it's a very challenging thing to your body. You really need to be in decent shape in order to be a good off-road rider. I don't consider myself in any real shape, and that's why I usually don't do anything that's super technical, super gnarly. You know, this kind of stuff is very easy. And now we're on asphalt all the way home. So I'll let the video roll for a little bit longer. We're on Ivy Log Gap Road, for those who are wondering and want to say, where are you? Ivy Log Gap Road. So this was a little bit of gravel on the way home, because I didn't get enough gravel going to Helton Creek. But I wanted to go back there only because when I went back the last time, like I said, I didn't go through the second water crossing, and I really thought that the road went a lot farther than it did. But now I know, and that's usually how you get to know where all these little roads are. You just have to go on them. I mean, you can look on the map or you can trace it out on your GPS, but until you're actually in the saddle going on it, you don't know. This is Crane Creek Road. All the dogwoods are out, pretty. And this is going to put you on 166. If you go to the right on 166, you go out to like Young Harris. You go to the left, You go to like Warren. Beautiful day for a ride. So far we're almost like 100 Ks. Man, I tell you, I'm sure glad I got a Seat Concepts. Plus if I was on the stock rubber, man oh man, your ass gets pulverized. I'm in my backyard. Okay, slow the hell down. Okay, this is 166. And I do believe I'm going to end the video here because it's really sort of uneventful from here back to where I live. So, until then, everybody have a good one and ride safe. But get out and ride. Okay, let me figure out how to turn all this crap off. See ya!